Suzanne's Paparazzi Jewelry, 24/7 shopping available. 160920 is the code. Show her some love, like she showed us.
Welcome everybody to Between the Ropes here on Coast to Coast Entertainment Network. I'm here with the EST of Between the Ropes, Christy Wilson. How you doing today?
I'm good. A lot of stuff going on in wrestling, so let's talk about it.
Yeah.
And good evening, to Thomas Burnett. He's in the chat. Hey.
Hey. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on.
Oh yeah.
NXT had their pay-per-view?
No Mercy, on Saturday.
Yeah.
That was a lot of fun.
How was that?
That was actually pretty. Yeah, that was a really good. I mean, they had three for me, there were three matches that really stood out that were my matches of the night. It was Trick Williams versus Dominic Mysterio for the North American title, won by Trick Williams. And then there was Carmelo Hayes versus Ilya Dragunov for the NXT Championship, won by Mr. Dragunov. And then Becky Lynch versus Tiffany Stratton in an Extreme Rules match with Becky retaining that NXT Women's title. Those were my three matches of the night because they were all really good.
Those were some good matches.
No, they were good.
Dominic had to defend, or not defend it, but had a rematch.
It was tonight on NXT, and they did. I swear they did Trick Williams. They did Trick Williams dirty. No pun intended.
They did.
They did. It's like, why?
That does not sound good.
No, why did you have him win it at No Mercy and then have him lose it tonight on NXT? Am I missing something here?
I don't know. I don't, unless he's going to be a call up.
I don't know.
I mean,
I thought Carmelo Hayes was going to get called up after he lost to Dragunov on Saturday.
Now that could happen too.
That too.
Because I think they added a couple days ago Brian Pillman.
Yeah, Brian Pillman Jr. I think he announced he was coming.
I think it was confirmed by USA Network.
It was.
So maybe that's why
that was confirmed.
You know what? We're gonna drop one of the titles. Another signing was Jade Cargill.
Yep, rumor on her is that she's supposed to show up at Fastlane. Oh, good comment by Thomas Burnett. Trick probably won it as a good job reward. It's possible, but I don't know. I still hate the fact he dropped it tonight. I'm really not happy about it.
I'm sure a lot of people aren't.
Yeah. But yeah, I was saying she was supposed to be at Fastlane. That's the rumor going around, but I don't know what's going to happen. Either she's going to interfere in a match or she's just going to sit there and do this. Just be in the stands, be a fan, and just watch everything happening. Because she's probably going to be competing in one of these herself.
Right.
Yeah.
When do you think she'll come out of the ring or backstage?
I don't know.
Or interfere with the match. What women's match? I'm pulling up the card.
Yeah, good idea. So I know they have a good number of matches scheduled for Fastlane on the card. So, and I know one of them is I think it's a couple of women's title matches. I know one is Io Sky versus Charlotte versus Bayley, triple threat for the women's championship. That's the only one I'm aware of. I don't know if Rhea Ripley has a match coming up at Fastlane.
Not
if
yet.
She does. I'm thinking
not yet.
Yes, they're still SmackDown. So I'm thinking the triple threat. I mentioned Bayley versus Charlotte versus Io.
Bayley's not in it, is she?
Yeah, she is.
I got Asuka versus Charlotte. Io.
Oh, Asuka. That okay. I'm trying to think. I think Bailey did put herself in. I think because she made the decision. Let me take a look at Fastlane. Get back here. Fastlane 2023 match card. Okay,
That
here we go. Oh no, it's Io Sky versus Asuka versus Charlotte. Yeah, you're right about that one. I thought it was Bailey because Bailey was the one doing the talking on the mic. Say, you want it, you idiot, you got it.
so Thomas is
So I'm
saying that
thinking,
Ali should have won the North American
yeah,
Championship.
yeah, and because I think the new bosses of WWE, Endeavor or TKO, whatever you want to call them, made the decision to cut him. They had to
Yeah, that
put
was
someone
stupid.
in. They had to put someone in Ali's place, and Trick Williams, I think, because of his storyline with Carmelo Hayes, that they each go their separate ways to pursue their own championship goals and all that. This was probably part of that story. But I
That
still
could
think
be.
Trick Williams was. I still think Trick Williams was done dirty. And Thomas says he's read that Jade is supposed to be debuting on Raw.
I'm sure the day after, or the
Yeah,
night
probably
after.
the Raw after Fastlane. Yeah, probably.
And
So it's
I
possible.
think a lot of people thought Raw because she's watching Raw and she's saying, "Who's my first victim?"
I know there were a lot of tweets, people answering her saying you should go after Charlotte, who's on SmackDown. That's what they were
Maybe she
saying.
will.
That's based on what maybe. I don't know.
Maybe she's gonna test both brands.
Probably.
I
See
mean,
which one is the
put her
right
as a
fit for
free
her.
agent.
Yeah,
Put her as a
you could do
free
that.
agent for a week or
Yeah,
two.
never go around, never do like SmackDown, Raw, SmackDown, NXT, kind of see which one works for her. That would make sense.
That's what I'm thinking. Thomas is saying she'll challenge Rhea.
Yeah, as long as Nia Jax doesn't get in the way, I'm okay with Jade challenging Rhea. But Rhea's
I
the
think it's
champion right now on Raw, so it kind of doesn't feel right to put Jade in a championship match against an established champion like Rhea. It just doesn't.
I think at some point Nia Jax is gonna get a championship.
I'm not looking forward to that again. I am
I'm
not
not
looking
either.
forward to that either because I'm like, I know Ace has said that she'd been working hard, she'd lost some weight. I don't know. In my mind, I'm still seeing this reckless, careless wrestler who almost hurt Kairi Sane, punched Becky Lynch in the face to where we had the iconic moment of blood on Becky's face and arms like this, standing at the top with the crowd. And oh Lord, I don't know how many people she's. I don't know. And since she's been back, she's like attacked 6 people until Raw yesterday when it was supposed to be her and Shayna Baszler were supposed to have a match with Shayna's all like, screw this. Starts going after her.
There's rumor of Kairi Sane coming back.
I've heard. And if I were Kairi Sane, I'd be like, well, screw this. No. I'm staying over here in Japan. Forget it. I'm not dealing with this.
Ending.
Yeah,
Her contract's
it's ending. Yeah. And out of all the places, why go back to WWE when somebody that careless is lurking around?
From what I heard, it's because of what they're doing to Io.
Right. Yeah, and I think it's Kairi and Io are very very good friends. So she probably wants to, work in the same company as one of her good friends.
If I remember right, it kind of they're kind of similar. I have to go back and watch.
Yeah.
Kairi,
No, I mean Kairi and Io. Yeah, but Io is a little bit more. She does the moonsaults. She's really good, and I know Kairi does the elbow drop off the top rope based on their finishers that I've seen. Yeah.
I could see that.
Yeah. I mean, both small. I think Io's a little bit more powerful than Kyrie.
I do too.
Yeah.
Do you want to go over the
Mm-hmm.
matches for Fastlane?
Okay. Get back.
So far, there's only 5 matches.
So far, yeah,
Yeah.
I'm kind of concerned about
So
that.
far,
I'm
there's
like,
only
shouldn't you
5
have?
matches.
I know. I'm kind of concerned about that because I'm like, shouldn't you have more? Here's the match card, and I'm looking this up on Wikipedia, by the way. So we have. I'll start at the bottom here. Judgment Day.
Yeah.
Finn Balor, Damian Priest versus, and this is the unlikeliest tag team I've ever seen, but it makes sense considering the storyline. Cody Rhodes and main event Jey Uso for the undisputed tag team championships.
Yeah, if they want to continue to build the story or continue the story, Cody Rhodes and Jey Uso have to win it.
Yeah, they have to.
I feel like.
You gotta, considering this tension that's going on with the Judgment Day, especially if you watched Raw, JD McDonough shows up and Damian just almost bites his head off. It's like, what are you doing here? Sorry.
Yeah, and wasn't he in NXT today or tonight?
Who? Oh no.
JD
Yeah,
McDonough.
Damian Priest, yeah, I think so, is to support Dominic when he beat
No,
Triple
I'm
H
saying
for that
wasn't JD there?
JD, yeah, I think so. I only watched like the opening segment of NXT with Becky Lynch opening the show, and then Lyra Valkyria, Indy Hartwell, and Roxanne Perez each showed up afterwards. Okay, but yeah, it makes sense if you want to keep going with the storyline. You got to have Cody and Jey win those titles.
And
It makes sense,
Cody's
and it may free up Damian Priest to possibly, once we get to, and I think this one match will main event, did he cash in on either Seth Rollins or Shinsuke Nakamura? I'm thinking that's how it's going to go. I don't know, though. So, next match is a 6-man. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
I was going to say, what's the next match? But you heard.
Next match, I'm going backwards here. You have them. It's Latino World Order, Rey Mysterio, Santos Escobar, and either Joaquin Wilde or Cruz del Toro versus Bobby Lashley and the Street Profits in a 6-man tag team match. Latino World Order is going to have Zelina Vega in the corner. I know they teased a little bit of a heel turn with Santos Escobar after his match against his U.S. title match against Rey. But I think it got interrupted.
And I don't know why, but I feel like the 6-man or the 6-person
Callan.
tag.
Callan.
Oh,
Dominic. Yeah. I mentioned on Kicking It yesterday we were probably going to mention Dominic. I got him excited. Well, we'll keep talking about him. We're going to do Fastlane and then we'll get into the Dominic Mysterio stuff. That would be a good idea.
There you go. But yeah, I feel like
this is kind of a toss-up, however. I would say the 6-man tag match is a toss-up, in my opinion.
Yeah. I feel like the 6-man tag, though, or the 6-person tag is kind of a little much sometimes.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, and you have Rey, you have Rey Mysterio, you have Santos Escobar, but you don't have that third person either. Joaquin Wilde or Cruz del Toro are probably going to be in this match. If you're going to get someone powerful like Bobby Lashley and a really good tag team in the Street Profits trying to form this, I don't know, Hurt Business version 2.0 or something like that. So that's going to be interesting to see. Yeah. Oh, Street Profits came out after the match. Sorry, Thomas. I didn't realize that. I've been slacking. I've been slacking on the whole SmackDown thing.
I feel like that Bianca may come back.
Yeah.
Join that.
I've heard rumors that she might be. I don't know. Maybe.
I mean, this match afterwards, or she interferes in the middle, in the middle of it, kind of turns heel.
Yeah. Or something, or she goes after. She would have to, and if she were to do that, I think she would probably end up attacking Zelina Vega, because Zelina is going to be in the LWO's corner. Oh yeah, Rey versus Santos was fantastic, Thomas. It was.
It was good. I like that match.
It was a good one. That was a really good match. So
yeah, this is a toss-up.
this is definitely a toss-up. All right, next match: Io Sky versus Asuka versus Charlotte Flair for the WWE Women's Championship. This is not the WWE Women's World Championship. That's Rhea Ripley on Raw. This
Yeah.
is SmackDown. So,
You just kept it Raw or SmackDown.
yeah. So, I'm not a big fan of this match because Bayley kind of made it, and Io was looking at her like, no, Asuka didn't say she wanted to match. She didn't say that. Oh, and then Thomas is saying there's no way they're turning Bianca heel. Yeah, I know Bianca's really well liked as a face, but I don't know. She does need a bit of a character change up. I mean, it'd be great if they show heel tendencies while it kind of being I guess the term is tweener. You're not a heel, but you're not a face either.
I could see her. I could see her do that.
Yeah.
I kind of see Cody like that.
Yeah. Well, he's kind of done it before. You just didn't know he was doing it. AEW.
Sometimes I think The Rock was doing it, but
he probably was. But, okay, Io versus Asuka versus Charlotte. I know people are mad because it's like, oh, why are you putting Charlotte in a title match? Why are you doing this? Why are you doing that? I'm like,
because it's Charlotte.
It's Charlotte, and they think she should be the only one who should break her father's record of 16 world titles just based on her last name alone. I'm like, no, I don't know.
Well, you could say that
if
about.
I had to pick, I'm going Io Sky's
Breaker.
probably going to retain. Braun, you can say that about Braun Breaker because his dad is Rick Steiner. Yeah, it's true, Thomas. She's turned into a goodwill ambassador / role model for little girls. I mean, I see that the kids react really well to Bianca, and I've said this before to other people that, Bianca, when a lawsuit came up and Bianca got mentioned in it over some storyline ideas that they had that she didn't agree with, I was like, she doesn't want to be that person. She wants to be a role model for kids, especially little girls.
She's kind of like, I'm not saying this in a bad way or whatever, but like they've used Cena.
Maybe.
Like
it's possible.
He likes the kids.
Mm-hmm.
Kids
does the Make-A-Wish. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, kids react well to Cena. He does the Make-A-Wish. He does the stuff with the Make-A-Wish Foundation and so forth. So, and she seems to be the type who wants to. I think she genuinely wants to be a role model for kids, for little girls in particular.
I'll take either.
There's really no one like her for kids to look up to.
No. Yeah. And as far as a winner, I'll take whoever but Charlotte.
I'm going Io. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm going Io. I like Asuka. I do kind of like Charlotte, but no. I'm hoping at some point they let Charlotte have a feud with someone with no title involved, even though I'm sure that's easier said than done.
I say start out with Jade Cargill. Jade started out
but
with
a lot
Charlotte.
Of people, I mean, hey, make Charlotte Jade's first victim. Come on, let's do it.
Yeah. You want to test yourself without a championship.
Yeah.
There you go.
Test yourself against a multiple women's champion. Why the hell not? All right, next match on the card is John Cena and LA Knight versus Jimmy Uso and Solo Sikoa, and they're going to have Paul Heyman hang around. Of course, it's the Bloodline. Nothing, no title on the line, nothing like that. This is all storyline based. Cena wanted to come back and compete. Of course, the actor strike in Hollywood is still going on. I've heard nothing on whether they've come to a resolution or not. So this gives him something to do. And LA Knight, big time. He's over huge with the crowd. Huge. And I'm sure people are going to be going crazy. And Thomas is predicting Cena and LA Knight. And I am too. I'm finding the whole thing with the Bloodline confusing because Jimmy Uso is like, are you in or are you out? Which one is it? You can't you can't be in 1 minute and then out the next.
But see, this makes the match confusing because I feel like they like the Bloodline, Jimmy and Solo.
Yep.
But they also like Cena and LA Knight, and they want to push
Yeah.
LA Knight.
They do. Push him to the moon, to quote Cameron Grimes.
And I feel like it's gonna go John Cena and LA Knight.
Yeah.
John Cena's just there to put over, not that he needs it, LA Knight.
No.
The bloodline, what's left of it is already sustained.
Yeah. And Thomas is saying, I'm waiting for Roman to come back to put Jimmy in his place.
He's supposed to come back soon.
He's supposed to. I don't know when, though.
Next...
I know maybe he's going to come back due to Survivor Series coming up next month in Chicago.
Yeah.
I'm thinking that might have something to do with it.
Well, this month he got Crown Jewel.
Yeah, the Saudi show, jeez.
And he's defending that title on Crown Jewel.
Yeah.
Which this one will be televised, not like the previous.
No. Yeah, this is definitely people are going to see this one, definitely.
Yeah.
All right, last one, and I think this is the main event, is Seth Rollins versus Shinsuke Nakamura for the World Heavyweight title. This could get interesting because if Damian Priest and Finn Balor lose those titles to Cody Rhodes and Jey Uso, I think this might be where Damian Priest cashes in that Money in the Bank briefcase. I don't know. And I don't think it's gotten to the point where I don't think it honestly matters which one he cashes in on. He's going to cash in on one of them. And
that's
according to Thomas, Roman's only advertised for a house show next week.
Right, but the pay-per-view is going to be like at the end of the month, or close to the beginning of
Crown Jewel around the end of the month of October. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but
and this is a last man standing match, so somebody's going to be hurt.
Yeah, somebody's going to be hurt. Rollins is the one with the injury issues right now, the back issues that he's been dealing with for the past 4 or so years. We know about his knee issues.
Yeah.
I mean, I know he doesn't want to risk getting surgery because that back surgery in particular is very risky.
It is.
It is very risky. So I'm sure he's taken that into account, probably taken into account what people have been telling me, like Becky, his mom, maybe his family, that sort of things. But I think he's just gonna try and stick it out. And if he loses, then I think that's a way to write him off so that he can go home and try and heal up.
Yeah, if we see him
see where he goes from there.
If we see him like totally, not really, but beaten up, taken off in a stretcher, ambulance, something like that.
I mean, I've seen him get thrown through tables, and he looks like he's just. I mean, whether he's acting or not, he looks like he is in genuine pain the majority of the time. And I'm like, how can you hold up in these matches that can go 15, 20 to 25, maybe 30 minutes max? And you're still standing at the end of them, and I'm sure pain is shooting up and down his back like crazy.
Right. And if he gets carted off, I think he's getting surgery.
Yeah, that will probably be a way to write him off WWE programming for a while. And Thomas has a comment where he says Io and Dakota are turning on Bayley soon. Yeah, please. And Damage Control now. They're getting pathetic. I'm sorry.
They need Damage Control on Damage Control. Literally.
I'm sure someone we know would love to see Dakota do her thing on her own away from Damage Control.
Yeah.
I hope you're watching Mess Around Dave.
Yeah.
Dakota Kai, one of his girls. There you go. So we took care of that. So go ahead.
I was going to say, it's going to be an interesting pay-per-view or premium live event.
Yeah. I hate calling it a premium live event.
I do too.
It's pay-per-view to me or nothing. Yeah, I know Dakota isn't cleared yet. I know the rumor is she's probably going to get medically cleared if everything goes right in February. So she'll probably get cleared before Elimination Chamber in Australia.
That would make
That's
sense.
my best guess based on what I've read, but I could be completely wrong.
Yeah. So,
Whew.
I heard
What do you want to talk
AE
about?
I heard
Sorry,
I
to
heard,
pull that one out.
yeah. I heard AEW got a new rating. R.
Which one? Rated R. Yes, he did. He's there.
Oh, you
And I'm still buzzing from that even 2 days later after it happened. It happened at AEW's Wrestle Dream pay-per-view event. This was done to honor the late Antonio Ioki, a pro wrestling pioneer. He's part of the reason New Japan Pro Wrestling in New Japan Pro Wrestling is here. And
Yeah.
he had this really great pay-per-view event, really good matches. And like you said, it got a brand new rating, rated R,
Yeah.
for the rated R superstar.
Yep.
He may go by his actual name, Adam Copeland, but he will always be Edge.
That's right. And
He will always
surprisingly,
be
he got
Edge.
his theme music.
Yes, he did. And the funny thing about you know how before he comes out, you hear someone say, "You think you know me?" Well,
Right.
they redid that line. It says, "You think you know him?" You want to know who actually recorded that?
He did.
No,
Who?
it's his wife, the Glamazon, Beth Phoenix's wife. That was cool.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and then Thomas, yeah, she did the voiceover. She does the line. You think you know him? It came out, and Climate Pledge Arena in Seattle just exploded. And Christian is standing in the ring, trying hard not to crack a smile. Like he's probably thinking, "My best buddy is finally here.
And
Thank you."
then I heard like at the
He's trying so
media
hard.
thing.
He's like, he had his mouth open. He's trying really hard not to smile.
I heard like at the media scrum or whatever they
Yeah,
call it
yeah.
that
I just call it a press conference.
yeah he denied everything. Like I'm
Oh,
not happy
Christian,
to
yeah.
see him.
No, that just shows you how good Christian is in staying in character.
Yeah,
He's
but
good
in
staying
the
in
back of his
character.
head, he's like,
In the back of his mind, he's like, yes, 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 yes. He's like eternal. He's
it,
internally losing his mind because he's loving that his best friend that he's known for over 40 years is they're finally in the same company, working for the same wrestling company again. And there's also a possibility these two could end their careers together.
that would be good.
Possibly because
I
Mhm.
was gonna say I say you have two matches, one as a tag team,
Mm.
and then maybe one-on-one.
Yeah. I mean, there's already a storyline in place there for I'm not going to call him Adam Copeland. I'm sorry. I'm too used to calling him Edge.
Yeah,
But there's already a
yeah.
storyline in place. I mean, Christian is legitimately the TNT champion, so I think there's going to be a build up for that one-on-one match between Edge and Christian for that championship in particular. And Edge's first match was already announced. He's going to go up against Luchasaurus on I think it's this
Tuesday.
Wednesday,
No,
Tuesday.
Tuesday.
Tuesday, October
Yeah.
10th, I think. Yeah, October 10th, next week. But yeah, he's going to be on Dynamite tomorrow because he's got something he has to say. And according to Tommy, he said the whole reason why he went to AEW was because of Christian. Yeah, they've been best friends since they were kids, pretty much, growing up in Canada.
What about with Jericho?
Jericho, let's see.
Maybe.
Yeah, Jericho.
Yeah,
and Chris Jericho teamed up. Jericho teamed up with Kenny Omega and Kota Ibushi to face Will Ospreay, Konosuke Takeshita, and Sammy Guevara, and I'm sure. And that ended up with Guevara getting the pin on Jericho in the match. So yeah. And Thomas is saying, I'm still trying to figure out why Nick Wayne turned. I think it's Christian's influence because his current gimmick is he's taking on individuals who don't have fathers and being their father figure. Like Nick Wayne's father, Buddy, passed away years ago. Passed away when he was a kid. And then Nick Wayne turned on Darby Allin, was a friend of the family, but his dad, Buddy Wayne, was one of the people who trained Darby in wrestling. And Christian, my guess is Christian got to him, and Nick Wayne finally just said, "Screw it, screw you, Darby." So, but yeah, that's Christian's current gimmick. He takes wrestlers who don't have fathers and becomes that father figure that he thinks they need. I mean, I just think his current gimmick has made him out to be a loony or something. I don't know.
Now, what's interesting too is that I think at that press conference, MJF was like, "Yeah, I'm so happy to get Edge," and
and then Tony Khan's like, whoa. He's like, Adam Copeland. Yeah, MJF was he's like, really, boss? Come on now. Because I mean, MJF is just like the rest of us. We all know who he is, and we all know who we've known him as for a long time. We've known him as Edge. We don't know him by his actual name. We don't know that about him.
Apparently, I'm reading some of the headlines. Tony Schiavone claims he was caught off guard.
Oh God, Tony Schiavone, yeah. There's also some footage that AEW released, showing Edge, high-fiving the crowd and everything. Once he got to the commentary desk, he shook hands with Excalibur and he hugged Taz. I think Edge has known Taz since when Taz was in ECW and all that, and so he's probably known Taz for a really long time.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't see Jim Ross out there. He might have left. I don't know. I didn't see the gentleman in the black cowboy hat. But then again, he might have been backstage, so probably Edge got to meet some of the wrestlers backstage.
Some of the new people, so to speak.
Yep.
New to him.
Some of the new people that he's going to be working with. Like he got to meet people Claudio Castagnoli, Eddie Kingston, Jon Moxley, some of the women that were there. Yeah, he's probably known Claudio for a long time. He knows Claudio.
Well, I mean,
he's never had a match against Jon Moxley because when Mox came to WWE, Edge had retired by then. So I'm personally interested in that because they never got a chance to do it when Mox got to AEW and was Ambrose. So would have been fun though to see those two go up against each other back then.
Would you see a rematch between Bryan Danielson and Edge?
Maybe. Yeah, I think it would be kind of cool.
Danielson's last match was in WrestleMania.
Yeah. Yeah, then the triple threat that should not have been a triple threat. It should have been a one-on-one between Edge and Roman Reigns. I think that would have been a much better match than what we ended up getting. That's why I personally look at that match as pretty disappointing because one guy deserved to be there. The other begged his way in there, and the other guy was already holding a belt.
Right.
It was not a great match. But yeah, Edge versus Bryan Danielson would be pretty cool.
It was an okay WrestleMania match.
Yeah, it wasn't too bad. I mean, it is kind of similar to this past WrestleMania where night one went nicely, night two, and no. That WrestleMania night one ended with Sasha Banks and Bianca Belair and what I thought was a really, really good main event. I mean, poor Sasha Banks got whipped by Bianca's braid. Ouch. Ow, that's gonna hurt. Ouch. That had to flip and hurt. Ouch. Yeah. Now, people are still trying to predict to see if Mercedes Moné, formerly Sasha Banks, is going to debut for AEW. I haven't heard whether she's been medically cleared or not. The best guess I can, and because there was only one women's match on the Wrestle Dream card, Chris Statlander versus Julia Hart, won by Chris Statlander, retained her TBS championship. If there had been a women's world title match, then I think that would have been a good opportunity for for Mercedes to show up. But since there was only one women's match on that card, it did not make sense to have her there. So I'm thinking Full Gear, which is happening next month in Los Angeles. I think that might be where she debuts. Might be. This has been predicted for such a long time, and I don't know. Because I just can't see her debuting in an episode of Dynamite.
I can't either.
Yeah, according to Thomas, he says, I'm sure Mercedes will be the one she's clear. Yeah, me too. And I think LA just seems to be the place to where she can return and show up for AEW and have that all elite graphic and everything.
So apparently Bobby Lashley
Mm-hmm.
wants Jade Cargill to be in the street
part of his new faction with the Street Profits. Yeah, I don't know. Would make sense. I mean, would it make sense? I've seen a picture. Is someone did some graphic design or something? They did Lashley, Street Profits. They put Bianca and Jade in the same picture. I don't know. Thomas is going. I wonder if they're going back to Boston soon. I don't know.
AEW?
Oh, maybe. I think is it either AEW or WWE? Thomas, let us know. We're not sure. So yeah, I'm not sure, but yeah, I just said I seen a graphic, like a picture posted online showing who I mentioned, Lashley, Street Profits, Bianca, and Jade. I don't know.
On Raw, did they have a lot of CM Punk references?
They might have.
Because I've heard that.
I think Best in the World was referenced. I know people are predicting Punk's gonna show up, and they're like, "Oh, Survivor Series, it's in Chicago, it's perfect." I'm like, "Huh?
You think
Why?" Nope. It was like, why? Oh, Thomas is saying, I'm saying that because Mercedes is from Boston, so she could show up on Dynamite if they're in Boston. I don't know when Dynamite is going to be coming to the Boston area, to the Boston area.
Oh, well, let's see.
We'll both look here. But yeah, it would make sense, but I would almost think Full Gear would make sense because, it's Hollywood, and I'm sure, the bright lights, that sort of thing.
It would kind of like Punk going to Chicago.
Yeah, it would make sense. Okay, so
Utah,
let's see.
Ohio.
Let's see, upcoming events. No, they're going to be in Stockton, California in October tomorrow. Collision's going to be in Salt Lake City on the 7th. They're going to be in Independence, Missouri near St. Louis on the October 10th. Toledo, Ohio on the 14th.
In November.
They're going to be in the greater Houston area on the 18th. Memphis at FedEx Forum. Go ahead.
In November, they're going to Chicago.
Okay. I'm just flipping through. Uncasville, Connecticut, Philadelphia, Memphis, Louisville, Kentucky on November 1st. I'm going. This is Dynamite and Collision, by the way. This is what's happening. They're going to be in Portland, Oregon on November 8th.
So, no, their last stop is in Quebec.
Let's see. Ontario, California on 15th. Nope, get back here. Yeah, they're going to be, Collision and Rampage are going to be at the Forum in Los Angeles November 17th, and then Full Gear is the 18th at the Forum. November 22nd. Yeah, November 22nd is when AEW goes to Chicago. And I think that is the day before Thanksgiving. November 25th is in Pittsburgh. November 29th, Minneapolis. 5th and 6th are going to be, Montreal, Quebec, Canada. And then December 6th. And then where it stops for me is it talks about All In's coming back August 25th, 2024 to London.
Mm-hmm. So,
it looks like that's about it. They don't have anything else after December's 5th and 6th in Montreal. That's it. So nothing on Boston. I don't think they've said, unless there's more dates we're not aware of past the 6th of December, because they probably haven't announced that stuff yet.
And they already did it, like the shows, not the pay-per-views, right?
Yeah, not the pay-per-views. It's Dynamite, Rampage, and Collision. They're three main programs. So that's it on that one. Yeah, the last pay-per-view this year is Full Gear in LA at the Forum. So that's why I just keep thinking Hollywood, bright lights. That's perfect for Mercedes to make her to debut for AEW. The second best place for her to debut would be Chicago, in my opinion. Yeah, I mean, Chicago has great wrestling fans. It doesn't matter if it's WWE, AEW, or even Impact. Chicago has great wrestling fans, and they go crazy. We know Survivor Series taking place on the 25th. Is there a possibility Punk returns, or you think that his time is past and he just needs to, go away?
I mean, I didn't hear it, but I heard rumor of Shawn Michaels over in NXT saying that, hey, Punk is welcome.
Yeah. I mean, Vince McMahon's not in control of the company anymore, so there's really nothing preventing Punk from going back there, except maybe
Triple H.
Triple H. Yeah, I don't know if I know he and Triple H may have settled any personal differences, but as for professional differences, I don't really honestly know. But if I were WWE, I just wouldn't touch that guy with a 10-foot pole. Don't sign him or anything, especially knowing all the, the trouble that he's caused, especially, last year after All Out, and then this past August after his, with his issues with Jack Perry in London, All In. I just please don't.
Yeah,
and
that
Thomas
would
is
be
saying
good.
Vince is still in charge of WWE. He doesn't own the company. Yeah, he owns 16% of the, if I remember correctly. He owns about 16% of the stock, but he's also under investigation. So there is the possibility Ari Emanuel and the folks of Endeavor could force Vince McMahon to step down.
You are the weakest link.
Yep. Huh?
I said, you are the weakest link.
You are the weakest. Goodbye. He could be forced out. I don't know what's going to happen on that front. They're still talking. They're still investigating. There's no word on whether there's going to be any federal charges filed against him. I think it has to do with a lot of money-related stuff that wasn't accounted for. And there's where is it? But, okay. Yeah. But, yeah, we had NXT tonight, and we now don't know who Becky Lynch is going to face at night one of Halloween Havoc.
What do you think of that being
fellow Irish wrestler Lyra Valkyria?
What do you think of that being two nights? Halloween Havoc.
I'm not a fan of it. I almost think it should be its own standalone pay-per-view event, to be honest.
Yeah.
That's just me. But WWE's been doing certain special NXT episodes, like the Great American Bash and all that, as to make them special episodes of NXT instead of making them pay-per-view events and having them go to arenas to where you have a large crowd there to cheer on their favorite NXT superstars instead of in Orlando, Florida, where they normally do NXT tapings. Yeah. I'm not a big fan of the whole splitting Halloween Havoc into 2 nights. I think it should be its own standalone pay-per-view event.
Well, and that's what they did arena shows. NXT did for a long time.
Yeah, they did the takeovers and everything. And Chardol's in the chat. Hi.
Hey. So yeah, I think that was cool when they did that.
Yeah. And yeah, the takeovers were usually the funny thing with the NXT takeover events, those pay-per-views usually did better than the main roster pay-per-view events. The quality of the matches were just way better. The performances were way better. I mean, yeah. They were even trying to do that in the UK when NXT UK had started. They already did 2 NXT UK takeover events before the pandemic hit. So, yep. It was good to hear you're a big fan of wrestling, Chaldol. That's cool.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, tonight one we know it's. Oh, whoops.
I was gonna say that's what hurt NXT UK.
Yeah, I tried to watch it regularly, but then I would be working. I would be working whenever it'd be on, so I'm like, I can't watch it. Yeah, yeah. But yeah, Becky's going to be facing Lyra Valkyria, fellow Irish wrestler Lyra Valkyria, night one of Halloween Havoc, of course, on this coming. Hopefully, if Becky gets medically cleared, she'll be facing Tegan Knox on next Monday Night Raw. And I don't recommend going to Becky's Instagram account because she posted the reason why she's not medically cleared. There's a nasty gash in her arm. It's gross. I highly recommend don't. If you have a weak stomach, don't look for this picture. Please don't. She had to have 11 stitches. And probably the reason she's not competing is they don't want it to get infected or anything like that, which I don't blame them for. I think it was during a point in her Extreme Rules match against Tiffany Stratton when Stratton hit her with a chair. I think that's when it happened. With not a chair, I mean a trash can. Is it a trash can or a trash can lid? It was one or the other, and that's when Becky got her arm cut open. It was nasty. Oh yeah, she is one tough SOB. I'm sure she was not feeling that at all until afterwards. She's probably just like, ouch, that hurt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they showed that this week on, I think, on Monday. It was bad.
I saw it. I wanted to throw up. I'm like, I don't know. No, it's like, are you trying to? I want to say WWE. Are you trying to make us sick? That's nasty.
Like, block it out of our head.
It's like, please, I don't want that visual in my mind at all. But yeah, we get that, and like I said, I mean, poor Trick Williams. 3 days after he wins the NXT North American title, no thanks to mommy giving Mr. Mysterio a warning. Don't bother coming back home until you win that NXT North American title back. Yeah, he got it back.
Yeah.
Dominic got it back. Trick Williams, the poor guy, got done so dirty. I'm sad. I'm just sad about it. And they were, I think, teasing a Carmelo Hayes heel turn on Trick. Now, Charlotte's top 5 female WWE wrestlers: Ronda Rousey, Alexa Bliss, Trish Stratus, Lita, and Charlotte Flair. You are entitled to like who you like. My favorite female wrestler is Becky. Well, Ronda didn't. I don't think Ronda fit into WWE. I really don't.
No.
Couldn't cut a promo.
Combat, like real combat.
She's all about punching your lights out than putting you. I mean, the only submission move Ronda could really do was an armbar. And if she could fully do it, she could snap your arm off right at the shoulder. Snap. Charlotte Flair, too many titles. And gets put in too many title matches. I have nothing against Alexa Bliss. She's been really good. Trish and Lita are legends. I mean, I'm not going to deny their greatness their individual greatness is undeniable.
That's why I was saying that.
Mm-hmm.
I'll take anybody but Charlotte in that women's title match.
Charlotte.
Anybody but Charlotte.
Do you want Io or Asuka? Which one is it? Okay, I'm taking Io.
Yeah, I'll take Io.
Yeah.
Hey.
J Mac. Chris likes pain. He admitted that before. Oh no, what else? Oh, Thomas says maybe once Alexa returns to pair her with Uncle Howdy. It depends on if Alexa wants to come back after she has her baby. Depends on if she wants to. I think Carmella's in the same situation. Will she want to come back after she has her baby? I don't know. Charlott's top 5 male wrestlers are The Rock, Undertaker, Cena, CM Punk, and Seth Rollins. Okay, those are not bad choices.
No.
Undertaker is a legend. We all know that. So is The Rock. So is John Cena. Seth Rollins, definitely. CM Punk, if he wasn't a you-know-what, I would speak more positively of him. I'm not going to say the word because we'll probably get in trouble.
Are you saying he's a punk? Punk's a punk? I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, probably. Oh. There's a lot of stuff going on. Holy cow. They got Dynamite. They're going to be celebrating 5 or 5 years. No,
Since
fifth,
2019.
5-year anniversary of Dynamite. It actually debuted October 2nd, but since October 2nd fell on a Sunday. Oh, thanks, Chardol.
You're doing that next week, right?
Yeah, this week. It's this Wednesday. Yeah. So it was the beginning of a new era for pro wrestling with AEW Dynamite. I know I'm goofy sometimes, Chardol. I know that. I embraced my goofiness years ago. I think I've always been this way, just goofy. Yeah, it was definitely, I would say, definitely beginning of a new era when Dynamite debuted, and I've tried very faithfully to watch it every week. I try to never miss an episode because I never know it's unpredictable and you never know what's going to happen. J-Mac, deep thought of the day when you clean out your vacuum cleaner, you artifact the vacuum cleaner. We're getting words of wisdom here.
That's true.
Damn. Look at that. I try to watch every week. And, Again, yes, Thomas, it is now the rated R era. Yeah, I think Tony Khan was teasing about it on Twitter. I'm like, what are you talking about? It's a new era. Now I know what he means. And Edge even has a shirt on shopaew.com. It says rated R era on it. And I'm like, interesting. I would have, I don't know.
And WWE's going, dang it, we should have used that one.
Yeah, we should have kept him. Because look at what the hell's happened. It's like 3.5 million views on YouTube since AEW posted a video of Edge coming out and the crowd losing it.
Yeah.
What else we got here? I would love to have Ronda Rousey as a girlfriend because she would break the arm of any man who would try to mess with me, which would be so bitch. Oh my God, Chardol, really? So you're saying you want Ronda Rousey to defend your honor by breaking the arm of any man who tries to fight you? Am I right?
No, I think he's talking about Shayna Baszler, maybe.
Oh,
so what do you think of AEW?
Excuse me.
What do you think of AEW and NXT going head to head next week?
It's going to be nuts. And the only reason that's happening is because of the Major League Baseball playoffs happening. Yep. So AEW had to go from Wednesday to Tuesday just for that reason alone. I mean, it's a pain in the butt, to be honest, but they have to accommodate other programming that Turner has going on with their sports and everything. And I know there's going to be, I'm sure in time they have, they're going to be changing days when the NBA playoffs and the NHL playoffs get started later on in the year. So,
and didn't they also change pay-per-view homes?
They're supposed to be on Max. Yeah, I think that's next year. The rumor is 12 pay-per-views a year, and I'm like, no, please don't. Stick with the ones you have. Stick with Revolution, Double or Nothing, Forbidden Door, All In, All Out, and Full Gear. Just stick to the 6 pay-per-views you do all the time, because when you build them up, you build the storylines for each of those pay-per-views. If they feel special, they feel important.
And then you have the standalone specials.
The standalone
kind of
specials
feel like pay-per-views, but they're not really.
Yeah, you got New Year's Smash is one special episode that they do towards the end of the year, and it's always a lot of fun. They have Winter's Coming, which I think is early December, which is a really good episode. I mean, Sting made his AEW debut on that particular episode almost 3 years ago.
It's Sting.
Oh, that entrance still gives me chills. Still gives me chills to this day. Yeah, but Tom, so playoffs and the start of the hockey season. Yeah, hockey season I think is starting this month. I know the NBA I think is starting this month as well, I think. Maybe a little later on, I don't know.
Sometimes they're like a week apart, I think.
They're about a week apart, yeah. All I gotta say is go Golden Knights. Thank you very much.
There you go.
Oh, I forgot AEW is on. Yeah, Thomas is going. I forgot that AEW is on Tuesday, so that's why WWE is loading up NXT next week. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
I mean,
they
I
got
know this is
Cena.
not the Wednesday Night Wars, but they haven't. NXT and WWE haven't gone up against each other in a long time on television.
It's a Tuesday night takeover.
Yeah, it's a Tuesday night takeover.
Yeah,
Shadal is saying NBA season starts October 30th. Thank you.
Apparently, Cena, Heyman.
I think they're going to be. Yeah, Cody Rhodes is also going to be on
Cody,
NXT. Yep, he's going to have
Asuka.
some sort of major announcement. I can see going like this. So NXT, what do you want to talk about? And then the cheers, and then
and apparently too,
and then
on
what?
that
Dominic
day,
comes out, and then everyone goes boo.
and then apparently on that day,
Yeah,
it's Tony Khan's birthday.
this episode of Dynamite, let's throw Tony Khan a party. Throw him a birthday
He'll be
party.
spending his birthday weekend in London.
Oh yeah, probably with
Again.
full MF. Yeah. Thoughts on it? No, this is not. Shardall, I'm gonna be honest with you here. This is a wrestling show. We're not talking about football, so Chris and I are not gonna say anything about the Cowboys.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we're both Cowboys fans. Yes, yeah, that's true.
But
Thomas Cody wins the North America.
Hey,
yeah,
he hasn't had that title.
Hey, Dominic, I challenge you to your NXT North American title.
Maybe that would be at a pay-per-view.
Oh my god, that would be. I mean, if Shawn Michaels books that, then everyone's gonna be like completely confused. Like, wait, what?
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember Cody did not start his WWE career in NXT because NXT did not exist when he started?
No, but
why am I laughing so much? Because there's a lot of funny comments, Shardal. That's part of the reason why. And sometimes Chris says funny stuff, so there's that. Yeah, he does. We can Thomas. We can finally finish this. Sorry.
No.
Oh my god.
Also, too, that Cody was a mentor on the original NXT.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
He was a, I guess, pro.
Yeah, he was the pro, and I think he had someone as his rookie, someone he could mentor his protege.
And I believe that was Bray Wyatt.
Ooh. Wow.
And then
NXT evolved into this brand that we know it as now, with these great competitors and Thomas, it's a belt that daddy never held. That's no. Okay. Well, Dusty Rhodes is responsible for NXT becoming what we know it to be today. He helped create the blueprint for it. I get it, but holy moly. I will be honest, a lot of my jokes there is a good number of my jokes that do fall flat, however, and nobody laughs. I mean, I know you meant me, Shardal. I know that. Sorry, but I am not meant to stand on stage with a microphone telling jokes. I will probably get tomatoes thrown at me. So I think I'll just let everyone else let the professionals do that. It's not what I do.
So as we close out tonight, any final thoughts of the
final thoughts is going to be just everything just coming together the way it is. I'm looking forward to seeing what happens with WWE, especially what's going on in NXT is definitely, I think, more interesting than what's going on the main roster. Fastlane's going to be a lot of fun. Fastlane's going to be interesting, and AEW, you never know what's going to happen there.
No, you don't. I feel like there's going to be 1 or 2 more matches.
Mm-hmm. What do you think? Added to Added to Fastlane?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm thinking Rhea Ripley match.
There you go.
Don't necessarily have to be for the championship.
Yeah,
I'm thinking Rhea Ripley match. I'm
thinking their opponent could be. I think they're gonna do Rhea versus Raquel again, and this time if Nia Jax interferes.
Now one thing before we do head out, they were gonna add Intercontinental Championship.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I think
But
they're good. But
it was on Raw.
yeah, it was on Raw. Was that Gunther versus Chardol? Or no, it's Gunther versus Ciampa. Blah! You're in the you're chatting in there, Chardol. I see you chatting with Ben Krause.
Mm-hmm.
And then yeah, it was Gunther versus Tommaso Ciampa. And you know, Chardol and Ben, can you take your conversation somewhere else? We apologize. Yeah. Oh my god, they're like back and forth right now. But okay, back to what I was saying. It should be this week in wrestling should be really, really good, especially with like I said, NXT. You mentioned Fastlane. We mentioned Rhea versus Raquel. Probably Intercontinental title. I think was supposed to be in Fastlane, but they changed it to Raw. I don't know why. Couldn't tell you.
I maybe they're gonna add the U.S. Championship now.
Maybe.
Maybe
Well,
they don't want
Rey
it in
Mysterio
mid-card.
is the U.S. champion, but he's in the 6-man tag match with against Lashley and the Street Profits. So
I mean, that could change.
it could. We'll see what happens. I mean, they do put it in the fine print with the words "cards subject to change."
You can have the
So
Street Profits and Kevin
Kevin Owens and
Owens, and
Sami Zayn,
yeah.
number one contendership for the undisputed tag team titles.
So
Maybe.
yeah.
But final thoughts?
No, thanks everyone for watching, tuning in. We will have morning tailgate Sunday. And then on deck on Saturday, covering the baseball playoffs. Tomorrow we're gonna have C2C Rankum. Tune in for that. I'm sure it's a great list. And then Four Bros on Friday. So tune in for that. And with that, hope everyone has a great week. Enjoy Fastlane and football, basketball, baseball
A whole
coming
9
up.
yards.
Yeah. And we'll see you guys next week. Have a great week, everybody.
Good night.
That's fine.